We're here at NAMM 2026 outside the EAW demo room, which is in the audio hall on the second floor. And we've got this unique feature here this year where we've got the timeline of EAW, the history here behind me. And I'll take just a minute to walk you through the eras of EAW, and Jeff's going to talk about the technology in each era. So, of course, we start out in 1978 when Ken and Kenton started the company. The founders, we call this the founders era, where they had this passion to create great loudspeakers for live music. And Jeff, in that time, those first several years, what did the technology look like?
So they started with building a better bass box. So they built folded horn subwoofers, obviously wood construction, high quality transducers, higher output, higher sensitivity than other systems. That moved them into full range systems, started integrating three-way systems, became a big kind of hallmark of that founders era, culminating in the KF850 design, which became the standard of the day. And they used the funds that they got from the sales of the 850 to further invest in technology. And the main piece they put all that into was the beginnings of adaptive. So this is where you see the KF900 system come out, where you had a multicellular array for the first time, where it had individually powered and signal processed elements. And they knew at that point there was still something wanting for more. They had achieved a prototype of what was to come, but
what year was that in?
That was 97. So 97 was KF900, and they said we need to integrate this a lot better.
Right, so from there, EAW kind of moves into what we call the consolidation era. So this is when the company is sold to Loud Technologies, and a lot of changes happen to the brand. We get consolidated with some other brands. Some of the core of the brand, I think, kind of dissipates a little bit, and it's an era where I think there was some disappointment. But we continued to develop that adaptive technology, and specifically when I talked to Ken and Kenton, what they tell me is that the reason they wanted to sell is they needed that integration. They needed to be able to take that adaptive technology, and they need the electronics capability that Mackie and Loud brought to the table. And so that's what you see in the consolidation era, continuing to develop adaptive. So what were sort of the main innovations during that period?
Yeah, so that was when we started integrating adaptive systems into DSA, was really that next step past KF900. We were able to bring in that electronics expertise from that larger group into the EAW engineering team, and DSA was the result of that. We kept evolving that into resolution software. So this was EAW's first both fully 3D modeling and control software integrated in one package. And then we saw that even in this era, take the full creation of Anya, Anna, and Otto. So we really were able to come out with that fully realized what was a concept at KF900 in a full-scale touring system with all that added electronics expertise that was infused into EAW during this era.
Right. So that moves us into our current era, which we call the resurgence era. So in 2018, the RCF group purchased EAW and really set it free. We became our own independent company again, and our new ownership was interested in putting money into the company, into investing heavily. So that's put us in a position where we can revive more adaptive development. And you're going to see some new series that we're coming out with here. But when we talk about resurgence, what kind of technology are we working on in resurgence era?
So we certainly continued with adaptive. AC6 was certainly, we were, I think, finally able to make the adaptive technology more accessible to more in the market. That's kind of the first step in that direction. I think more to come in that space for sure. And then certainly the Newport series as well, where we're starting to relook at line rate technologies and integrating power amplification into those systems. So having a new generation of, again, accessible, easy to use, but highly advanced in terms of their acoustics and signal processing.
Right. I think the important thing to say is we're still developing adaptive technology, and the same engineers that developed Anya, Anna, Otto, AC6 are now deep into the creation of the Newport series. If you come to the demo room here on the second floor of the audio hall, you can hear all of those adaptive products, except for Anya that I mentioned there, as well as the new NT206L. We have a ground stacked array, a flown array, all those things you can listen to in our demo room. So stop by 10, 12, 2, or 4.